everybody. Seth here. Okay, the last take was like way longer than it needs to be, so we're re-scripting it. I hope it's a hell of a lot shorter, because something like this definitely should be pretty brief. Probably cram a lot of other stuff to note into the review file. Anyways, so here we are. First full dub voice pack. Finally got it done, amongst all the other stuff I'm working on right now. The pack here is going to be covering the CP newcomer characters as follows: Amane, Bullet, Kagura, Kokonoe, and Terumi. Also tossing Lambda in there because the only release I had for her up until now was bundled with my Limited Hibiki mod, and waiting to stuff her into like the CS pack, which she's already done. It's pretty stupid. She got re-added back into the game in CPE, so it makes sense. This pack here should include, to the best of my abilities, dub voice sets for all the characters I just mentioned, which includes their general lines, their special intros, lines put in that are used for their exceed excels. Obviously, due to the lack of dub voice lines to use in some cases, mainly for stuff against CF newcomers, there's going to be some gaps here and there that simply can't be filled in a way that has the dialogue make sense. Kinda sucks, but I did my best to be as thorough as possible with what I had to work with. Covered as much as I possibly can with what I was able to use. I started with the CP characters here because I figured it'd be the easiest, since I only had to go through one game's worth of lines and sort of slot them in, maybe rearrange a few things to fit with the new random things they changed in the CF sets. Boy, was I wrong in some of those cases, though. I'm gonna save my ranting for if anyone actually wants to know in detail, because I've padded out the last take's time too long. But I can basically sum it up with, fuck what they did to Terumi's voice sets. Next up, to address the glaring gap some of you have probably noticed by now, and you're already starting to begin writing the comments asking, Seth, where's Azrael, Celica, or Izayoi? They were CP characters too, and they're not in this pack. Well, the reason they aren't in here is because they weren't dubbed exclusively in CP, because they exist in the BB tag. This doesn't really apply to the sets here because, like I mentioned, I don't have super lines to go with. But usually for my other sets thus far, like Tsubaki, Relius, I actually go through all of the older game lines together. While doing that, I basically just pick out lines I personally like the delivery of from game to game, and eventually they all become this sort of weird composite best of character voice sets. Yeah, that's obviously my opinion. I think that's obvious though. That said though, Azrael, Celica, and Izayoi have CP and BB tag lines to sift through, so I'm probably gonna... I ended up kind of deciding to make those three their own sort of mini pack that'll hopefully come out a lot faster than this one. So don't worry, they are coming eventually, just at a later time. We're finishing these guys first. I'm aware I'm literally the only person to probably like the whole composite set idea, but fortunately that allows me to lead into another subject I feel inclined to mention, kill two birds with one stone on. I want to give some attention to and give a special mention of a dub project going on led by DarkSage861. He and some other people I'm aware are in the middle of doing an English mod of their own that's probably, in fairness, a lot closer to fully being done with all the characters than I am, because I mean, I'm one person doing this myself. In addition, from what I can see, they typically stick to one game when doing their sets, and it's usually the newest one per character, so in a lot of cases it'll probably just be BB tag voice lines. In his own words, they're going for a more authentic sounding pack, which I can definitely respect and get behind, because that's sort of how I went about making my unlimited character mod. But fortunately, if you're not a fan of my weird personal sets in the future, and you got that option on deck, especially if you don't want to wait for me to finish the whole cast on my own here. Cause I mean, it's coming, but you know, just one person doing all sorts of other stuff like character mods at the same time. I will note that on that note, I will say I shoved certain lines in my set and certain slices to be used for my my character mods. With that, I will probably encourage you to use my sets when possible when using my mod, but it's personal preference, obviously. At worst, you get something weird, potentially. I doubt it, though. It's unlikely. Good lord, I'm doing way better on time here now. I probably won't even be able to show all my background footage I recorded for this. That's fine, though. Better for me just to keep the video short and answer any further questions I get later in the comments than try to squeeze everything out with an explanation in this sort of filler recording. I mean, to be fair, most of you probably saw the title, watched for like a minute, downloaded my crap, and then moved on anyway. Honestly, I don't blame you. I'd probably do the same. But I'm happy to help kind of keep the blood pumping for Central Fiction for the time being and improve everyone's experience in any way as a whole for the game, even though this is a rather large task to undertake. I really hope, similar to my Unlimited mods, that everyone enjoys these fixed voice sets for the CPU characters, though. I really love fixing my bullet set myself, and continue to adore that as I continue to record videos of getting my ass handed to me by my own creations at this point. I appreciate the positive feedback I've gotten from my sets. I've included my more recent Super Boss releases, so I hope these are up to standard. Special thanks to all my regular viewers who continue to express extreme amounts of praise that, well, make the work all worth it, and because what good is stuff like this if you don't share it with others? Also, I want to credit Den's old CP voice mod. I'm sure a lot of you might be familiar with at this point, because I did take some of the special matchup files from it that already work fine and pack them with my mod here for convenience sake. Credit where credit is due there. I just figured it'd probably be better to do that than A, make sets for stuff that already works, and B, to have to send you all on some wild goose chase download for the second voice mod on top of that. Although I will go ahead and link to their video for the CP voice mod in case that's more your fix too as well, just in case, because like I said, I'm not positive that Darksage's mod is done yet. So even though the CP voice set's pretty jank, it's better than no dub at all, still. It's gotta respect it for that. Okay, I think I got everything I needed to kind of cram in here, spoken out, so without further ado, the download link for the CP sets of mine will be in the description as per usual. That'll be it for now. Hope you all stick around, and catch you in the next upload. See you later.
Off guard. That was easy.